You got me exclusive. I'm so high up and lucid. You take me to a safe place. We steady on the same pace, yeah. I'm crazy, you like that. Don't back down, no you talk back.
Good morning, angels. Vlog. I am about to go get tattooed for a very long time. I am scheduled to get tattooed from 10:15 till 7 o'clock today, which is crazy. I don't know if I've ever done a day quite that long, because the way my old artist used to do it, it definitely went, I think, from 11 to 6 would be considered a full day. So this is definitely going to be like the longest tattoo session I think I've had. But I'm getting a pretty decent sized tattoo on my calf today. So I'm super excited because my legs are definitely the part of my body that is lacking as far as tattoos go. You know, I have like my back and my stomach and my chest, and I have a decent amount on like my arms and stuff. But on my legs, all I have is like one on each thigh, and then I have like the lettering ones. So there's quite a few ideas that I've had for a while that I just haven't been able to go get yet. So this one in particular that I'm getting today, I've been wanting for at least like 3 years. So I'm pretty excited to go finally get it. I hope he can finish it today. There's a chance he might not, but I feel like once he sees the area that he needs to cover, I feel like we'll be able to do it today, because obviously like different people have different size calves. I just told him I wanted it fairly large so far, but yeah, this will be my first time meeting this guy, but he had really good examples online of like portrait work he's done in the past, and currently like he specializes in portraits, which is great because I do want more like portrait style tattoos done in the future besides this one. I feel like this kind of counts as a portrait, but also it's stylized. It's not like a fully portrait, if that makes sense. But yeah, I'm pretty hyped. I gotta go get going though. I gotta make sure everything I need is in my bag, my water. I might bring a little more coffee with. I made sure I ate a little Lucky Charms cereal bar because I hate eating in the morning, but I know it's important to eat before you get tattooed. So yeah, that should be it. But yeah, let's go. Guys, this is the next day. I have that, it's called like second skin or whatever stuff over it. But yeah, I'm really happy with how it turned out. It looks pretty spot on to the image, which if you guys don't recognize this, it is art from a Japanese artist whose name is Hajime Sarayama. I might not have pronounced that totally correct, but he did artwork for one of Aerosmith's albums. So I think that's where some people recognize his work from specifically, but this is a picture that I must have found on like Pinterest or Tumblr like way back in the day. I've been wanting this as a tattoo for multiple years now, at least 3. So it's just really nice to have it finally, you know? It's like one of those things where you're like, I've wanted it this long, I feel empty without it kind of thing. So yeah, he did a great job. I'll definitely be going back to him for more tattoos. And what's funny too is like, I haven't really had any calf tattoos yet. I have my thighs done somewhat, but this was such a tolerable spot to get tattooed, I have to say. One of the least painful tattoos I've ever had. Like no numbing cream involved. And the part that hurt the most, honestly, was I had to lay on my hip for part of it on my side, and my hip ended up hurting more than this did. So I don't know if that says more about him or the placement. Maybe he's just more gentle than some artists also. But yeah, this is what she looks like. I'm super happy. But yeah, I'm pretty much having just kind of like a grungy like errand day today. I packed up I think like 8 Depop orders. So I'll show what those were on the screen over here. There was some really cute stuff. Some things that I also had pulled out of my closet to be able to get the tattoo, because I told myself that was the only way that I should go get the tattoo responsibly, because there was a lot of stuff in my closet that I knew I wasn't wearing, but I was just having a really hard time letting go of just because they were such unique and cool pieces. But some of it is still available on my Depop. Depop, but like the bloomers that I sold, those were in my personal closet, and like the leopard coat that I sold the other day. Some of that stuff just to help pay for the tattoo because it was kind of expensive. Obviously, tattoos are always expensive if they're done well. So yeah, but yesterday when we got home, when I got home from the tattoo, I ordered Hawaiian food for us. So I think I'm gonna heat some of that up right now. But also the other day, my friend Brooke from New York came to visit, and so we went thrifting together. We went to like a couple different places, and I wanted to show you guys what I got because I got some really, really cute stuff actually. We went to one Goodwill location and one Savers location. I only got one thing at the Savers, but it's such an iconic item. It's these shoes, which I didn't even know that Rampage made shoes, I guess. But these are called Riot by Rampage. Here's the tag. What a cool tag. Like, this is such an 80s looking tag with like the pink and purple and the lightning bolt. But yeah, they are like a size 7, I think. And they even have it all over the bottom, which is so cool. But yeah, these will be on my Depop. I paid about $10 for them, and I'm probably gonna list them at around like 50 and see how that goes. But I thought they were so cool because look at all the, like the little stars. There's like embroideries and there's buttons. And then also just the like kind of like leather patchworkiness, contrast stitching of it all. They're so cool. So I'm really glad I found those. But I think one of the most exciting things that I found also, I found Juicy at the racks for the first time ever. And it's this adorable little pink robe. I'm having a hard time showing this off, but look, the little Juicy hit on the bottom, it's like white embroidered, and it has like ruffles on the sleeves. And it is like older Juicy too. Here's the tag on it. So that was pretty exciting. And it does have the like official tag on the inside too that says like made in USA, and then like I think it's real, but I can't really tell for sure. But yeah, even if it isn't, I'm just planning on like keeping this because it's so adorable. It's like terry cloth, and that was only $5. So that was pretty sick. Really excited about that. The other thing that I found, I got this because this is so random, but at the bins the other day, I found the matching top to these shorts. So I had that first. I'll go grab it quick. So I got this top at the bins like a week ago, which is this little, it's like Henley style, like kind of like sleep top. And it's a medium, but I didn't remember what size it was when I found these shorts. But when I found the shorts, I immediately recognized them, and they're medium and they were $5. And I was like, well, I should really get these just in case to make a matching set, and lo and behold, they're medium. So that's super cool. I am like wondering if maybe this was from the same person somehow, and then it got separated, and like maybe the shirt ended up at the bins before the pants. Who knows? All I know is that I've seen stuff at the bins that were in my last Goodwill haul. Like the one where I was like, oh, the tag is really cute, sweet baby Jane. I literally saw that at the bins like a week later. Like, what are the odds? And two other things too, and that's how I know for a fact it's from that store. It's not a coincidence. Like, there were two other items that also I was like, oh my god, I saw this for sure. So it's crazy. It's crazy to be in both places when that type of thing happens, but it happens. And then Brooke found me this, and I'm so excited about this. I might hang on to this for a while, even though I don't really wear lingerie. Like, I just am not really sure that I want to get rid of it immediately because it's so freaking cute. It's this zebra lingerie situation with this big bow in the middle, and it's brand new too. It has the tags still on it from Spree, and this was only $6, so I feel like that was a steal. Another thing I decided to get was this old Forever 21 cheetah print skirt. This was $7, but I decided it was worth it. It's got that IX tag, and it's kind of like a leopard print midi skirt with this lace trim on the side slits. So that'll probably be in my Depop as well. And then this I kind of got just because it was half off and the print is really cute. But if I don't sell it on Whatnot, I may just bring to Buffalo Exchange. But this was half off of $7, so it was like $3.50. It's a skirt from Urban Outfitters, and it has this really cool like digital face print all over it, as well as this little black bow in the middle. So I thought that was worth getting because even if I took that to Buffalo Exchange, like they would obviously give me more in trade than $3.50. So I was like, why not? But yeah, that's pretty much all I got while we were out thrifting. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. But I'm gonna make some food really quick, and then I'm gonna head to the post office with my Depop orders that need to go out. Out of all the many Hawaiian food places that I've tried now here in Vegas, I honestly have to say that Mobetta's is my favorite, I think, which is what this one is. And they just give you like such good options, and I always buy like the biggest size possible, because then my little life hack for making my money go as far as I can is I have my own kimchi here at home that I get at Sprouts, and then I get my own rice, which I just get at Daiso. It's like the minute microwave rice. So then I just sub out the rice for more mac salad because I love the mac salad and I love kimchi, and I don't want to have to like pick and choose which one, so I just keep those here, and then I can get as much of the other stuff as I want. But this is so freaking good. Like, I seriously can't believe I went most of my adult life without Hawaiian food because there wasn't really any in Minneapolis. But now that I had Dwella try some here last time she visited, she actually found a place in Minneapolis that I had no idea existed. So in case you're there and you want to try Hawaiian food, I guess there is a place. There's one in Northeast. But yeah, if you're ever here in Vegas and you're like, which Hawaiian food place should I go to? I recommend this one, honestly, because it just absolutely slaps. And also, I'm super hyped because it is going to be February in like 2 days, which means one of my favorite kombuchas that has ever existed, the Pure Love, is now in stores. This one is rose, blood orange, and hibiscus, and it is so, let's see if I can open this without Niko. He's not here right now. I might not be able to. But it is so freaking delicious, you guys. Like, if you haven't tried this one, it is so freaking refreshing. Oh my god. And they come out with this every single year, so I look forward to it. And I bought like 8 of them last time we were in like Sprouts, so yeah, go try it. I think before I head to the post office, I'm just going to make myself look slightly more put together. Even though the post office ladies see me at my worst like constantly, so it really doesn't matter. I feel like if I put just a little bit more effort in to my looks today, I'll go to like the gym or something instead of just staying in the house all day. Just do the bare minimal just to make myself feel better. I really have to get out of the habit of wearing like my coziest, grungiest clothes when I'm working from home, because it sometimes does kind of put a damper on like what I maybe would do in a day when I don't feel my best. Because when I put on makeup and feel my best, I'm so much more friendly to people and just more outgoing because I feel more like myself. I feel like some people just like don't understand what I mean when I say that, but I feel like when I'm not wearing makeup, it doesn't represent my personality at all. Like when there's no makeup on, I look really innocent, and I feel like it just doesn't match the energy that I contain inside of myself. So when I have makeup on and like a cute outfit, I literally am so much friendlier and nicer and more talkative and bubbly. And this is especially true even at like places like the bins, because like now sometimes like at the bins I'll run into people who like recognize me from YouTube and stuff, and the days that I like feel really good, I'm like so easy, I feel like, to like talk to people. But there's like one day where I felt like shit and somebody said they recognized me, and I got so shy, and I'm like, that is so telling. Like that's just like one example out of like many, but that's literally like the difference between like having a really full day full of stuff or not, is like if I put on makeup, then maybe I'll be more empowered to like do more things than just stay at home and like feel like a fucking cave newt. I'm literally just so excited for spring because it's been like pretty cold here. I mean, even though debatably I live in one of the warmest states I think that exists, it's still been really cold here. Like at night it's been like in the 30s. So that's pretty cold, you know, for here. So I'm really excited for like pool season to come back around. And that's why I wanted to get this tattoo when I did as well, because I want to make sure it's like nice and healed before it's like pool season. But yeah, also dry January is over in like 2 days. And that was really easy, honestly. But I am excited to have a White Claw or something as soon as I maybe can. Like I'm not gonna probably like run to the store and buy them immediately, but if I happen to be in a store and I see some White Claws, I'm definitely gonna buy them. But yeah, it was super easy. Even when my friend Amber Lee was here, we even went to the club, like a club on the strip. We went to the Marquee, and I had a wristband for free drinks, and I didn't even use it. Now I wasn't completely sober the entire time we were at the club, but that's still big, huge, crazy news because that's just like something I would never do unless I told myself hey, we're doing this. So that's why it's kind of fun to do it sometimes. I think I'd probably do it again next year. But again, it's like, I don't think I'm ever gonna want to be a person who doesn't drink. Like, drinking to me is like such just like a wholesome and fun experience when it's shared with others. And I don't think it really affects me too much, like as far as like, I don't know, emotionally, because I'm still like as anxious as ever. It was kind of just like a fun little experiment, you know? Like, I didn't think that not drinking would fix my anxiety by any means, but I find that I have just as much as anxiety as I ever have, and maybe it's even worse because drinking puts me in a better mood sometimes and takes my mind off of stuff. I mean, it's hard not to be anxious in the world that we currently live in. There's like the horrors, obviously, but what I'm realizing, and it's kind of annoying, I have so much anxiety about so many things that, you know, I also have anxiety about medication for anxiety. Sometimes I'm like, is it time? Like, is this becoming like debilitating enough where it's affecting my life? And it kind of is. But I think the reason I'm so anxious is because my hormones are really not balanced. And I've been reading a lot about what causes your hormones to not be balanced. And there's so many things that I do that just like enable that, like, discombobulation of hormones. And I'm just like, I don't even know like how to like fix this properly, because like it's so many things, and some of them are so simple, but literally like one of them is like, you're supposed to eat before you have any coffee for the day. And I'm like, oh my God, the last thing I want to do when I wake up is eat food. Like, I just would rather not until I'm like actually hungry. But I know that it's not good to do that from what I've read, especially for your hormones. And then yeah, I'm the type of person who like, I'll drink coffee in the morning before any food, and then for hours I don't eat. And sometimes I'm also guilty of not going out in the sun like first thing in the morning, which I try to do because I know that's really important and good for you, but it's been so cold, like sometimes I literally don't want to do it, you know? And like just burning candles, even like candles can disrupt your hormones, and like plastic containers, and it's just like, what am I supposed to do, you know? So I don't know, I'm gonna try to like work on it more this year and like try to get something figured out. But it seems really silly to go get anxiety medication when the reason I feel this way, I think, is directly because of my hormones. So that's like not fixing the root issue at all. And I think that's kind of the way modern medicine is like a lot of it doesn't fix the actual issue that's going on. That's kind of like, you know, even what I've been reading in that book that I showed you guys in the last vlog, Good Energy, that's kind of what they talk about, how like doctors just want to like fix the symptom, but they don't often look at the root cause. And I am pretty positive that for me, it's my hormones. And I'm doing things every single day that aren't good for my hormones. So I think if I just even put a little bit of makeup on today, I'll at least want to go to the gym, because that would make me feel better. And lately what I've been doing too that's been really nice is like, I'll take some pictures for like my Whatnot shows, and then when I'm on the treadmill, I'll be like uploading them to Whatnot. So it's kind of like two birds with one stone when I do that, because the Whatnot stuff has to get done whether I'm at the gym or not. So who cares if I'm doing it from my bed or on the treadmill? May as well do it on the treadmill, right? And even yesterday when I got tattooed, I managed to get some work done with Whatnot, so that was really good. I try to like relax a little bit when I'm doing stuff like that, but at the same time, it is nice to do two things at once. God, I have got to clean this makeup drawer out. This is such a disaster. I can't even find the one brush, because it's over here, that I need to put a little sparkle on my eyeball. But yeah, basically that's just my little check-in. I think the only thing that dry January has for sure done for me is I'm probably not going to want to drink as often, which is great. And hopefully I'm not going to need or want to drink as much when I do, because I'd like to minimize it overall. I think at a certain point, like I was just drinking too many drinks too quickly in the last year, just because like when I'm out, sometimes I just like, I'm like, oh my God, I'm having so much fun. And then if something's in my hand, I just want to drink it. So I just kind of want to get back to like a normal level with all that stuff. But my skin looks really good, honestly. Like right now, like I'm not wearing like any foundation or anything. And also I've been using that mask thing, you know, like the LED red light therapy mask. So I'm like, maybe that's helping too. I just like feel like my skin tone overall is a lot more even and it looks more bright. But that's just me seeing myself in the mirror every single day and like noticing. But I just feel overall, like without putting face makeup on, I look more like, I don't know, just like clear, like just even. So, I mean, that's good news. But again, it could be the mask too, but maybe it's both. Who knows? Who's to say? But yeah, I better get going to the post office before it closes, because it closes in like 1 hour. Packages have been dropped off. It's like tax season now, you guys. Ugh. A reseller's least favorite time of the year. I feel like there's also so much like bad tax information online and just like people giving other people bad tax advice in general. People ask me sometimes if I can talk a little bit about like taxes and stuff. I'll talk about it a little bit, but what I want to say most importantly about that topic is that everybody's situation with taxes is literally so different that it really doesn't pay to ask somebody else for advice. You really need to figure it out yourself. Because, for example, I feel like a lot of people who are doing it for the first time, they're like asking other people like, well, what did you have to pay? What did you have to pay? Every state has different tax guidelines. Some states have no state tax, others have really high state tax. And then if you have a part-time job or a full-time job on top of reselling, that is going to affect how much you owe in a really dramatic way. So also if you're married, like that's going to affect your taxes in a more dramatic way. So some of the people that I see giving advice, though I think it's well-intentioned, I hear some things that are really, really false a lot of the times. And sometimes it's not even centered around reselling. Sometimes it's centered around YouTube. I've heard people tell other people before that the reason people do like clothing hauls or like shopping hauls is because you can just write it all off. And that's not true. You can't just buy whatever you want from like the mall and then be like, oh, because I showed it in a YouTube video, now I can write it off. That doesn't work that way. And it's not true. So that's just like spreading false information that could get you in like serious trouble, honestly, if you just are listening to like strangers. So what are some of the obvious things that you write off as a reseller? Your inventory. You keep all your receipts, or you use one single credit card, or you have like a app that tracks this stuff for you. But obviously you write off your inventory. Make sure you're keeping track of that. Your shipping supplies, if you're buying poly mailers, if you're buying stickers, all that type of stuff, that's obviously a tax write-off. It directly affects your business. Items you use to clean the items you buy. Cleaning like stain removers, laundry detergent, that type of stuff, yes, you can write that off. That is directly for your business. If you keep your inventory inside of your house, then you can write off the square footage in which you keep your inventory. And if you have like a storage unit, then obviously you can write off the storage unit. But this is based off of square footage. It's not just like, oh, you write off your whole rent. It doesn't work like that. Unless your entire apartment is wall-to-wall inventory and you are living in 0% of it, you can't just write off your rent. I hear a lot of people say that, and it's a lot more specific than that. You write off your mileage. It's not the amount you spent to fill up your tank, because you're probably driving other places besides just for inventory purposes. So you write off the miles that it takes to get you to these places, whether it's to and from the Goodwill bins. If you travel to a different state to source, then yes, you can clock those miles. To and from the post office also, you can track those miles, and it is just your own math. You have to do this math yourself. And that's, I think, another thing that a lot of people get confused about is they're like, how do I figure this all out? Well, what I do and what I've been doing for years now is I keep all my receipts and stuff. I do all the math myself. I add it all up and I have categories. I have categories like inventory, also like a lot of food you eat when you're outsourcing, that's considered like business dinners. So anything you eat as far as like I'm out for the day, but now I have to eat, you keep track of that stuff too. This is all stuff that my accountant specifically has told me is okay to write off, and these are obvious things. The dinner one might not be as obvious, but a lot of this stuff is obvious, and it's like stuff that you have to do the math of yourself. If you want to just take all your crap to your accountant, he's going to charge you way more for you not doing the math. And some people do it online, and good for you if you want to just do it online on like TurboTax or something, but I don't trust myself. When you have an accountant do it, you basically do all the math, you have categories, and then you just send it to them, and then they are a person who's basically vouching for you, who has more credibility than you do yourself. So that's personally why I like going to an accountant, because I just feel safer doing it that way. I feel like it is so worth the cost. Even though it is a few $100s, it's worth it. Like, trust me, just do all the math yourself, figure it out. If you haven't been keeping very good track, because it's maybe your first year or something, you might need to go through your bank account. You might need to go through, you know, whatever else you use to purchase things with. Like if there's some app you've been using, like you just got to figure it out yourself. And then you can either do it online yourself or you can go to an accountant. But just my best advice for you as a reseller is stop asking other resellers what they owe in taxes. This is not going to help you. Somebody who lives in California is going to pay a very different amount potentially in taxes than somebody who lives in like North Dakota or something. Like it's gonna be very different. And again, like if you're married or something, that's gonna change it too. So good luck. Tax season is always stressful. It's one of the most stressful things that I deal with each year. And each year is always different because again, like I used to have a part-time job. Last year, I still technically had a W-2 for my part-time job. This year I have no W-2s, but my circumstances this year are a little different also. So each year is a little different, you know, and it's always just kind of best to be as thorough with keeping track of your expenses as you can be. I'm sure there's a couple things that I missed, but those are the basics. Those are the obvious ones. So I hope that helps, but beyond that, it's truly up to you. Okay, I'm back home now. If I sound crabby, it's because taxes make me really crabby. But I forgot some really, really obvious things. So obviously shipping cost. It's really easy if you ship on Pirate Ship because then they kind of have kept track of that for you and you can go in there and figure it out pretty easily. Your internet bill, obviously, whatever you pay for internet, multiply times 12. That's your lump total for the year. Give that to your accountant. Same with your cell phone bill, whatever your cell phone bill costs every month. Do all the math, times it by 12 or whatever. If it's the same price every month, give that number to your accountant. That's how you do it. The more math you make your accountant to do, the more money you're gonna have to pay. So just make sure that you pull out a calculator and figure all this crap out. But yeah, I think that's there's still more stuff. Like truly, if you have any question if something's a write-off or not, ask your accountant and he will tell you. And maybe some accountants will not agree on the same things. One thing that I thought was really interesting, for example, was a lot of people are like, oh, if you have makeup because you do whatnot shows or take pictures with makeup on, you can write off the makeup. Only are you supposed to write off makeup if the only reason you're putting it on is for a specific purpose. So for example, if you're a person who already wears makeup every day and you're gonna wear makeup no matter what, then that's not a write-off because that's just something that you already do. Same with your hair. If you do your hair really weird for a specific reason, for a specific photo shoot, and then you change it back to your normal hair, then that's a write-off. But if you're just doing your hair to do your hair the way that you normally would, then it isn't. So there's a lot of nuances like this that my accountant has told me about. So like for me, example, like I don't usually put on makeup unless for a specific purpose. Usually it's for a whatnot show. But it kind of depends. So this all might be very different for you also. But yeah, let's go back inside. I was realizing yesterday too that I never showed you guys the vision board that I made for the year, which I'm pretty proud of because I have never made a physical vision board. I usually make one on Pinterest, but you're supposed to, of course, look at your vision board every single single day, and it's supposed to be in a spot where you kind of just happen to be seeing it all the time every day. So of course I put mine in my little like vanity area over here, and I had to hang it up a little bit higher so that sad eyes won't mess with it. But I'm pretty happy with how it turned out, because actually, completely unbeknownst to me, I got the urge to make this a couple days before the first new moon in January or December. I don't even remember now. Maybe it was December that I made this. But whatever day that I chose to make it, I realized was like the perfect day to make it, basically. It was a full moon, and it felt really, really right to have done it that day, because again, I didn't even realize that that was the case. I just got the urge to do it, and then I went to the bins and I gathered all of these magazine clips that day before the new moon or whatever. I feel like I found like a lot of really perfect stuff, like found like, you know, some healthy like salmon and lemon and asparagus, which is so perfect. Of course, I got my kombucha up on here. I have kind of like some fitness pictures. It's just like representing like friendship, this cutie holding her glass of wine by the pool, stuff like that. So I think I really like how it turned out, especially because the background, I had this like Lisa Frank paper, and I feel like that made it look so vibrant and beautiful. So yeah, do you guys make vision boards? Do you guys usually do a Pinterest one or a physical one? Have you had like any good luck or like payoff with it? I'm kind of curious because I know they're supposed to be really powerful, especially if you do make a physical one instead of just one that's kind of on your phone. So yeah, let me know if you guys make vision boards or not, because I'm super curious. All right, y'all, it is officially February 1st today, which means dry January is officially over. And as Niko and Sam called it, now is the start of fucked up February. We got a bunch of booze at World Market. But literally, I didn't know that World Market even had alcohol until like a week ago, because in Minnesota, they have such weird laws about alcohol. Like you have to have a separate entrance in order to get alcohol, like in a store, which is so bizarre because I feel like that's one of the only states that does that. But I was so excited to see that they have really weird and fun alcohol at World Market, which I'll definitely say that like my palate feels very like small right now as far as like what sounds good alcohol wise. But Niko, I'm so excited. He spotted freaking mead at World Market, and there was a raspberry flavor. So this is gonna be probably super freaking good. I'm really excited about this. And then next to it is this one, which is just like, oh wait, this is something else. I forgot I bought this one too. This is blueberry wine. I thought that sounded really delicious also. So we're gonna see what that's all about. It's only 8%, so it's probably gonna be pretty fruity. I hope it kind of tastes like those like Welch's sparkling wines. Like those are delicious. Okay, this is the one I was thinking I was grabbing. So this one is just like a regular like honey flavored mead, and it comes with these little spice tea bags, so you can add a little bit of spice to it if you want to. But yeah, we freaking are gonna probably try one of these tonight just because it looks delish. I also got this potato chip chocolate bar because that is one of my like all-time favorite treats, is chocolate covered potato chips. So obviously I had to get that. And they had this really lovely incense as well, milk and honey, and it's supposed to be cherry, sandalwood, and vanilla. So it's exciting. And then one last booze that I got is this tiny thing called Coastal Lemon Spritz, made in Italy. It looks so good. It looks like it's gonna be really like springtime, which it's gonna be in the 70s here in a couple days, which I'm stoked about. Like I'm so excited for spring. And yeah, I'm just so excited to wear a t-shirt outside. I feel like it's been a while. Niko also got this Mocola. And Niko got this, which is a little sparkling Japanese ume thing. And yeah, basically we just got back from the bins, and it was an okay day, especially like in the morning, like the first, like when you first get in there and the rotation's already set up on the whole floor. That was definitely my best of the day. So maybe I'll show you guys a couple of the things that I got, but we're gonna go to Sprouts really quick too and get groceries. But I'll just quickly show off some of the stuff. I only got one bag, so I think I spent like 45 or something. Got like a vintage rabbit fur coat. Got a couple different Kuromi plush. This one's a pineapple. That one is so freaking cute. I got this vintage Percy from Pocahontas plush. This other regular wanted to give me specifically this teddy bear backpack, of course. Very sweet. I found a bunch of vintage zippers and I was like, you know, this might be a fun thing to just like throw in my vintage show on Whatnot as like a bundle. I'm sure somebody would want those. And this was really exciting. I found all of these animal print plastic bags. And this is gonna be what I can put now like freebies in for my Depop orders. Cause usually I buy the ones at Daiso and it's like, you only get like 20 or 15 usually. So I go through them pretty fast, but these are gonna last me a minute. I'm excited. I love finding stuff like that. I found a bit of tissue paper today too, which is always like a wonderful thing to come up on. This top is pretty cute. It's by Arden B. Little plaid ruffly top. I was pretty excited about this because it's new with tags. It's like a little wool American Eagle skirt. This is one of my favorite things I got. It's like a little Y2K rabbit fur trim jacket. The brand is called Marciano, and it's in pretty good shape from what I can tell. It doesn't really look too messed up. Never know with colors like that if it's gonna be all stained up or if the fur is gonna be all nasty, but it looks pretty good. I found this little skull tank top. This little dress is super cute. It's like from that brand, So Wear It, Declare It. Has like a little tie back thing. I really like this little puffer vest with this big furry trim hood. This one is by Be Mine. Cute little off the shoulder moment with stripes. I always love finding anything that has pom-poms, so of course I was kind of excited to find this little Fair Isle. This is probably one of the best things I found today too, this like Abercrombie zip up, and it's completely lined with faux fur, and it has the Moose logo right here. So that's like low-key a grail, because holy shit. This is pretty exciting because it's like so weird. This is like old Forever 21 on a paper tag, and it's like a turquoise cardigan with marabou trim and like sequins and stuff. It has so many cool details. So that's just a weird and fun little piece. Found a couple more plush. This one has to get a little stain treated, but it's new with tags, little Rilakkuma. I found this cute little like boho fairy core shrug thing. This is by the brand Check It Out. It's pretty cute. I found this zebra set in which the nipples are meant to be out and about. So that's fun. This is really pretty. It's like a BB silk dress from Old BB. And just a bunch of random stuff kind of at the bottom here. I got like a littlest pet shop plush, this little indie sleeves pouch, Cinderella sticker, just a bunch of really random things. Oh my god, and then I found this like super cool, like very antique-y looking corset thing. I like these ones that like look like a straight jacket kind of. Doesn't have any tags, so I'm like not sure if this is like actually vintage or not, because some things about it seem like it is and some things don't kind of. But I don't know, I have to look at that more. But yeah, just kind of like the rest of the stuff is just like random little vintage things like this slip, and got some Roxy thermals. But at least I have like a mix of stuff. Some will go on Depop and some will go on Whatnot. This one's kind of cute, this little Tiki Lounge tank top. I always like stuff like that. And this pink Roxy one is cute too. Yay! Ugh. When I woke up this morning, I told Niko, top 10 worst sleeps ever for sure. So I'm gonna probably crash and burn if I stop moving up until we get groceries. I might take a nap after that because we're going back to the bins tomorrow. So I don't wanna be like for tomorrow because I also have a Whatnot show tomorrow. I'm doing my Goth Valentine's Day show tomorrow. So that's gonna be a really long day. But yeah, that's basically where we're at for right now. So we're gonna go get groceries in a minute. I started some laundry before we leave the house, but Niko actually had a decent day today. He got some really cool stuff, including this Barney versus Barney t-shirt. It says there can only be one Barney. We have these alcoholic cats. And then this one, I especially like the colors of. It's got a bunch of neons and stuff. Oh yeah, and I found this one. I forgot about this. It's such a weird one. It says like Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head picking out their noses or something. I don't know, but yeah. It was a decent day for Niko, which we can't say all the time. So I thought I should show some of them off. This one is so fun too. This is like a classic, you know, this little cutie. Just some of this band stuff and things. Slay. Yard sale!
My trickster, she love how I'm rocking my crystals.
All right, y'all, haul time. We got a decent amount of stuff to last us for hopefully a while because we haven't gotten groceries in a minute. But I always get this pretty much every time we go to Sprouts, unless they're out of it, which lately they have been out of it fairly often, honestly. But it's the chocolate mousse flavor of coconut cult. And I literally like look forward to just taking a spoonful of this before bed, like every single night. And I don't know how to explain it other than it tastes like delicious, like chocolate pudding like mousse. Like it's so freaking delicious. I always get the chocolate chip cookies that they have at Sprouts. That's like my favorite treat. This I've never tried, but I am a big fan of kefir, and usually I get like a mango flavor or something, but this is a raspberry flavored drinkable yogurt. I thought it looked really good, so I'm excited to try that. Niko picked out a couple of the Liquid Death sparkling waters because they were buy one get one free, which is incredible. You got like one of each, I think. This one sounds good. Cherry Obituary. I got this new tea that I thought looked really good. I've been trying to figure out a tea out of like all the options I've seen at like World Market and like Target and here. Like I finally landed on this one. It has white sage and lemongrass, spearmint, blackberry leaves. It sounds good. It also has no caffeine, so I can drink it like all through the day and I don't have to like worry about like having too much caffeine before bed or anything if I want it before bedtime or something. So I thought that would be good just to kind of switch it up, something other than water, because I just get bored with water sometimes. We always get ghee instead of butter. Well, sometimes we have butter also, but more as just like a backup for when we run out of ghee. This is like what we use to make like grilled cheeses instead of like butter. And anytime I guess I make like stir fry like mushrooms or something like that, we use this instead of butter. It's super good. And me and Niko both got one of the Enlightenment yerba mates. We're probably gonna have these tomorrow after we get home from the bins before my Whatnot show, because that's gonna be super necessary. Niko got all these different flavors of the Sprouts kombuchas. I don't think I've really tried many of those, if any, but I get the Pure Love. Of course, as you guys saw, I cleared the whole shelf of these. There was only 4, so I really didn't take that many, but I took as many as were on the shelf because they were 2 for $6, which is $1 off what they usually are. This new flavor of LaCroix is pretty good. If you guys have seen this in the store yet. Okay, the packaging definitely is what sucked me in, but I do like it. It's not like my favorite LaCroix ever in the world because I kind of like the Waterloos better, to be honest. I feel like they taste more flavorful sometimes than a LaCroix does, but the packaging is beautiful and it does taste good. So these were buy one get one free, so that's a really good deal. We got some sourdough bread to make grilled cheeses with. Okay, I saw this recipe on Pinterest like a while back and we finally made it like 2 weeks ago. It was a bacon grilled cheese with like strawberry jam. Instead of dipping it in tomato soup, you put jam on it. So we have like a strawberry goji berry jam, and then it was so freaking good. So we got more bacon to make grilled cheeses with. I always get the sourdough bread now because it's the bread that has the least amount of gluten in it, which, you know, I don't know that I'm sensitive to gluten or not, but I'd like to find out someday what I'm sensitive to in general. But I feel like it's just better to err on the side of caution, obviously. We got a couple of their like prepared meals. We've had this one before. It's the black truffle sirloin and mushrooms with a little bit of asparagus. That's really good. I got this salad. It's the butter beet salad, and it has like feta and candied pecans, beets, spinach, all that stuff. We got some thin cut pork chops. We have a lot of seasonings to put on those, and it's gonna be really nice, like I said, in a couple days. So we'll probably make those on one of the really nice days. I got this to eat for myself while Niko's at work one day. It's kind of like a little salmon, sweet potato, and asparagus meal. We really like these Italian sandwiches, so we'll probably share this. Niko got a honey ham and multigrain sandwich. We got 2 of these citrus herb salmons. We've had these a bunch of times, and that's just like a pretty typical normal meal that we get a lot. And then as another option to go with the sourdough bread, I got some turkey. We have Munster cheese. This is the bacon for our grilled cheeses. This is a Greek yogurt that I've never tried before, but it looked the most aesthetically pleasing out of all. So I got it, and I'm gonna make like little breakfast bowls with this. I'm gonna put like bananas And I got some hemp seed. I haven't had hemp seed in a really long time. Like I used to like have it every once in a while when I worked at the co-op, but it's been a long time now. So I was like, may as well throw that in there. It doesn't really have much of a taste. And then today what we're gonna eat really soon here actually, we got the black garlic barramundi fish. And I think we'll make that with the asparagus we got, because I feel like that sounds good as like a combo. Got some trail mix, peanut butter granola. This is also gonna go in my yogurt bowl. I also got dried tart cherries to put in my yogurt bowl. And this is the collagen from the bulk section that I always use to just fill up my container. I always just put it back in this container, but I do eventually want to like find a cuter one at like TJ Maxx or something, because I think that'd be fun. This is like our classic like bin snack, is we always bring like a chomp or like some sort of beef stick. So I've never tried this one actually, but it's a buffalo chicken kind of like chomp stick thing situation. This one is by the brand The New Primal. And then Niko got these ones called Nick Sticks. And then, oh my gosh, I am making such a mess on the counter. And then here is all the fruits and veggies that we got. So blackberries were buy one, get one half off. So I got some blackberries, because what I do with the blackberries is the sourdough bread again. This was another thing that I saw on Pinterest that I started doing recently. I still have some ricotta from our last grocery trip, but literally if you put this ricotta cheese on the sourdough bread after you toast it, and then you put blackberries and like drizzle honey over it, it's like so freaking good. It's good as like a breakfast treat. It's also good like before bed if I'm just kind of like, I want like a little something and I don't want to eat something like horrible, like not like a dessert per se, but like something that has a little bit of sweetness, because then the honey and stuff, like it's just the best. So that's why I got those. And then we're gonna make more juice. So excited to do that. So we got some more beets, got a bunch of lemons. The lemons come in especially handy for when we make salmon. I really like putting lemon over the salmon always. And sometimes if I feel like the lemons are like about to go bad, I just put it in my water, and I really like that too. Here's the asparagus. It's gonna go with our fish. And then I think for the day that we have the pork chops, I feel like the zucchini that we got is gonna go with that pretty well. So probably do that. I didn't realize I got this freaky carrot till Niko pointed it out, but this carrot has legs. This will be for our juice. And I got more ginger, and I got more oranges. This is all for juicing. Except I got one extra orange, because usually when I'm about to make the juice, I start just eating the oranges. So I was like, I better just get one extra. And then bananas, which is gonna be mostly going in my breakfast bowls, but I'm sure Niko will eat some of these too, because I never eat as many as I think I will. So yeah, I'm excited. We haven't had groceries, like I said, in so freaking long. We're gonna go try to grill before the sun goes completely down, because probably like realistically like a half an hour before that happens. I can't wait until like daylight savings time ends or whatever. Like I'm so sick of it feeling so late when it's literally like midday. Like just so annoying. It makes me feel crazy. So pretty fed up with it. I'm sure I'm not alone, but yeah, we're gonna head to the grill. Decided to bring the mead to the grill so we can try it, because I'm really excited. 85% pure honey wine and 15% raspberry wine.
Let's go.
10.5%. Not too crazy. Ooh, it's so sparkly. Hopefully this makes me real sleepy so I actually get any sleep tonight. Because last night was despicable. All right, baby. I love money.
Cheers.
I feel like I'm doing something wrong.
Right? Smells like honey.
Whoa. Has like a little bite to it. It's good though.
It's good.
Yeah. It does kind of remind me of the Welch's, just ever so slightly.
The what?
Like the Welch's, like sparkling wines and stuff.
There it goes. Now I hit it.
Yeah, but it really does have a pretty prominent honey like all the way through.
Yeah, I feel like it could be chilled just slightly more.
Oh yeah, for
but
sure.
It's good though.
Yeah.
I like it.
It could be colder, but I do really like that.
I would get that again.
For sure. I'm just glad that we know like a place that we can buy mead other than like a big ass liquor store, because the World Market is literally right by the bins. So that means like it'll be easy to get that more often than like if we had to like drive to the other one, which is by Trader Joe's, which we just don't go to as often. So hell yeah. Wow. That really escalated quickly. Oh my god, it's so pretty. Yum!